Joining us for 2 hours today. We're on the home stretch in the red zone. And yes, it's a big game reference.
Yes.
Big game coming up on Sunday. I can't even say that other word, believe it or not.
I know.
Something.
I had to remind you. Yeah, we, in fact, my wife has committed me to another engagement on Sunday, and I wasn't quite aware. I wasn't paying attention. It's just, I got these tickets really cheap. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And then I thought about it, and I'm like,
sucker.
Oh, no. I go, what time? She goes, 4 o'clock. I'm like, kickoff's at 3:30. What were you thinking?
She was thinking. Nella's a smart lady.
Yeah.
That one. I don't put anything past your wife.
Yeah, so
she's a smart lady.
So I will be putting it on TiVo and not listening or watching anything
good
for
luck on
a
that.
couple of hours.
Good luck on that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for joining us, and please like our Facebook page because we have some great content that goes out, tips and tricks and information and all that on Don and Gino Radio Show. Don and Gino Radio Show, like our Facebook page, and also go to our website at donandgino.com, DONANDGINO.com. There's a lot of great information on there. There's over 100 videos. If you click to listen live, there's 100-something videos from our previous shows because we had 2 years worth of shows on there. We got blog posts on there. We got a lot of great information. And we'd like you to reach out to us at donandgino@gmail.com with your questions, topics you'd like us to go over, questions you had from our guests that have been on. And speaking of guests, we have great guests here today. You guys have been awesome. We have Shirley Erpenbach and Jeannine Walker with Realty Executives and been sharing some great tips that people don't know with this challenging market out there in real estate. You have to share the story. We do these interviews ahead of time so we can kind of find out some great information from our guests, and they're always professional. We got people that are experienced. Almost every guest has got 15 years plus experience. We don't just bring on anybody's on our show, as you know. They're always very experienced. Shirley been in the business since '89, and Jeannine been in it since she was in diapers, basically.
Thank you for that visual.
And they've been sharing some nice tips, but they also had a really good story. But you need to listen because we always try to bring you information that could help or save you. And this story about this unfortunate situation with a potential renter is amazing.
Absolutely. And I think this is, again, I'm going to go into it with you have to work with a local professional because I have a listing, or Shirley and I have a listing, of course, and I got a sign call, or my sign's in the front yard. The gal says, I'm waiting for Brenda. And I said, well, is Brenda your agent? She goes, well, no. Brenda, I'm leasing this house, and I'm supposed to move in at the beginning of the month.
Oh, no.
And I said, Don, my jaw dropped. I said, that home is not for lease. That home is only for sale. I need to call you right back immediately. And she goes, well, no, I already gave my deposit. And I said, who did you give your deposit to? And she goes, well, the leasing company in Simi Valley. And I said,
oh God.
No. I said, okay, I really need to get on the phone with my investors and find out what is going on because there would be no way that they would lease out the property when they're
selling it.
Selling it, yeah.
Thank you. So
I think they'd let you know if that was the case, huh?
Absolutely, Don. I mean, I'm still at a loss of words over this situation because I can't imagine, the money that she potentially lost. So then I called Shirley, of course, and Shirley, what was the end of that story?
Well, we called our investor. We let him know. He sent out somebody there right away to let her know, but she had already given her money to the rental agency, and of course they never showed up. And they had, it was an expensive home in Westridge, and they had paid over $10,000 for deposit, for rent, to move in that house, and they're just out that money. Nobody can find them. And, it's really sad when people get taken, and there's so many scams out there. And all I can say is be aware when you see a for sale sign and you're trying to lease the property.
Holy cow.
My husband always says if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. So,
Yeah.
And they probably thought they were getting a smoking deal on this house, and that's why they were able to rent it without them even researching it.
Oh, absolutely. And Don, the really sad reality is that it was only 5 days away from what she thought she was moving into.
Oh.
So where did she end up going? I mean, I felt like I needed to follow up with her to find out. I mean, are you in a hotel? I mean, are you out on the street? Where you were previously, are they letting you stay? So it really broke my heart to see how dishonest people are being right now.
Yeah, and be careful. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about. Is be careful, because the internet is full of predators, and
Yes.
that's what that's what that was. Is just the opportunity to make it look like it was a legitimate company. They knew the home was vacant, so they could take advantage of that. You know, do a little homework and call the local professional that.
That's the key.
Yeah, call the local professional and make sure it's someone that has a good history, that you know is reputable in your area, and be careful with the quote-unquote big company, because I'm sure this company looked like a great big company on the internet. I'm sure they had a wonderful website.
Absolutely.
That was good tips, though. I appreciate you sharing that. If you just tuned in, you're with the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. We're